Welcome back, everyone. It is time for Kids Under Construction, ABC4 News at 4, teaming up with Donna Tetreault for our weekly conversations on parenting. She's joining us from LA via Zoom. And Donna, I love today's topic about parent routines. They matter as well. We got our kids kind of rolling back in their routine, so we got to check in on ourselves as well. So let's talk about the science kind of behind it all, why this really is important for each of us.
Yeah, hi, Emily. I know, right? We got our kids into their routines and their schedules. And now what about us? We need to take care of ourselves as well. And so we know from science that routines help adults reduce stress. We have better sleep and it provides better mental health. So we really have to focus on us to get our kids to see that we're in fact doing routines as well and practicing our better mental health, and they can follow our ways as well. And I think it's really important. We can't forget about us, right? We talk about that all the time.
No, we're leading the ship here, and if we're not together, things are going to fall apart so quickly. Let's kind of talk about coming through the pandemic. I think we've all learned that routines provide security for not just us, but really everyone in our world. So let's talk about how in that aspect, our routine really is setting a precedence for not only ourselves, but everybody.
Yeah, look, these routines do provide security. We know this from science. And so what we have gone through this last year and a half, and as we go through this pandemic, trying to get out of it, we're starting school maybe, but then we might have to pull back, right? Or we might have to go back to in-person or not in-person learning, but back into the home to learn based on what's going on with COVID-19. So if we can control our own routines within our lives, within our families, that's going to help with dealing with everything on the outside, whatever's going on with kids and school. So we really want to focus on these routines for that security for us as parents and for the entire family.
We can only control what we can control, and this is definitely one of them. The security is so important. Let's also talk about the momentum. If you start a day off correctly, not too stressful, everything's under control, that really sets a good momentum for the rest of the day.
Yeah, and routines are really important, but when you think about morning routines, that really does set up the momentum for the rest of the day, and it really bleeds into the rest of the week. So getting up early is key. Even if you get up 15 minutes to a half an hour earlier than your kids, that's going to help you provide that positive momentum. Making a bed is something that is positive. Enjoying a quiet moment before the kids get up. Everything that you do for yourself to build on that momentum in the morning is a win, and it's positive for our kids, and it brings in more positive feelings for us. We can build on that momentum, and those feelings can increase throughout the day. And we know this is science backed.
Now, you listed some of the things that we can do, the 15 minutes early, the meditation. Let's talk about some other ideas of what we can really do to set up that morning with such a good foundation. The idea of waking up any earlier than we have to sometimes can just be too much to bear, but if you kind of have a list of things that you know you're going to do, that can help you get out of bed a couple moments before you necessarily want to. So let's talk about exercise, the meditation, some other ideas you've got for everyone to maybe implement into their morning routine.
Yeah, it's really important to think about what motivates you in the morning, right? It's different for all of us. For me, it's mindfulness. I know you've talked about exercise for you, but for some people, they really enjoy reading in the morning, learning something new. Also, focusing on gratitude is really, really important as well. Just having that sense of appreciation, even if it's just 5 minutes of appreciation of the world around you, of your health, of your children, anything that's going on. And so this quick focus on gratitude is really important. And interestingly, I was just on this back to school webinar where we talked about this, and I've already received so many interesting letters back, emails back from people who said just that little bit of gratitude focus in the morning has really started them off on the right foot. So even though these practices seem like they're just something that are small and it's not that big of a deal and it won't make that impact, it does make that impact. So practicing and doing these small things will help with those morning routines.
And I love how you say make your bed, because really if you make your bed, you've already got a win under your belt for the entire day. So I love all of that. Grab your favorite drink, think about what you're grateful for, and let's get this day started. Donna, thanks so much for joining us. These are great ideas as always. We want to remind everyone at home that if you want to learn more of the good stuff that Donna has going on, there's so much of it. You can go to abc4.com, hit the Kids Under Construction tab, and when you get there, all of Donna's podcasts will be waiting for you right there. You can maybe implement that into your morning routine to learn something new before you get those kids ready for school. If there's any questions you might have for Donna, please send them to us. Kids Under Construction at abc4.com, and we will get those answers for you. Donna Tetreault, thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you back here on Friday.